Thanks very much, Teresa, and thanks to the AWS team for having us. It's great to be here. I'm going to start with a true client story on cloud, Ellucian, and how we're working together with AWS. This building is Imperial College. It's one of Imperial College in London's buildings. It's specifically in the Kensington section of London. And Imperial is perennially ranked as a top 5 research institute worldwide. This building that you see here literally housed the research that helped crack the human genome. Now, fast forward 10 years from that, and this building was literally filled with a data center and servers. Some of the most expensive real estate in one of the most expensive cities and one of the most expensive blocks in the world being used for a data center. Today, we, Ellucian, in partnership with AWS, are helping Imperial move that data center into the cloud, put this building back to work in research, and help put dollars back to work for scholarships versus funding servers. So for context, Ellucian provides the software applications that colleges and universities worldwide use to actually run their institutions. Our applications are touching more than 18 million students at more than 2,500 clients in more than 40 countries around the world, and we're running our applications on AWS. And I can't actually read this quote without a smirk or a laugh, but Gartner suggests in a research note that by 2020, a no cloud policy will be as rare as a no internet policy. And so while that quote may seem antiquated or irrelevant to everybody in this room, it's actually still relevant in higher education today because our sector, our industry, hasn't adopted new technologies, and in particular cloud, as fast as some of the other commercial spaces. But today, as we approach 2017, cloud is actually a key to our ability to provide our clients, and importantly, their students, with a modern, mobile, and connected experience on campus that's really, really important. So to provide that experience, we at Ellucian are actually transforming our whole business. At the AWS Public Sector Summit in DC this past June, Andy Jassy said, and I quote, "Most people believe that what you are is what you've been." So this quote really struck a chord with us at Ellucian, given the fact that we're transforming our whole business. As many people, many of our clients, many of our competitors or analysts knew us as a legacy on-prem ERP company. But we knew that to maintain our leadership in higher education, we needed to transform not just our whole application set, but our whole business to become a true modern cloud company. And that's really at the center of our transformation at Ellucian, and AWS, to Teresa's comment, has been with us literally every step of the way. So our mission at Ellucian is really to support student success, and we're doing that through the applications that we provide, and I'll talk a little bit about those. Our applications are really focused on delivering a best-in-class user experience for faculty, administrators, staff, and students on campus, helping drive institutional growth, helping institutions increase their operational efficiency, and then overall supporting the success of their students on campus. And cloud is really at the center of how we are helping our clients accomplish this mission. But there's significant challenges throughout the industry. The U.S. Department of Ed reports that only 55% of students at private nonprofit colleges in the U.S. will graduate within 6 years. So that's astonishing to me. So when I was in school, the measure was 4 years. Now it's pushed to 6, and it's still a really, really low completion rate in that time frame. Student debt's also a significant issue. Today, the average student debt load per student is north of $30,000. That's up 56% since 2004, and it's only going north from here. So through our focus on student success and some of the applications that I'll talk about, we're helping our customers, and importantly, we're helping our students make sure that as many people as possible are graduating on time and on budget with as little debt as possible. One of the things that we're providing is a full CRM suite of products that's running in the cloud on AWS, giving recruiters from our institutions the ability to recruit the best students that are the best fit for the institutions, giving advisors on campus the immediate notifications when a student goes off track with their academic progress and is otherwise at risk, so that they can step in and get them back on track from a retention and then a graduation standpoint. It's also giving development officers the tools they need out there in the field, talking to donors or alumni to make sure that the next conversation they have stands the best chance of raising money for the institutions that are actually going to help fuel their growth. These applications are just the backbone of how institutions are running today. They cover the entire student life cycle, and again, they're running in the cloud on AWS. There's also a global sea change happening in terms of what the quote-unquote traditional student looks like. Only 29% of students today are traditional 18 to 22-year-olds who are coming directly out of secondary school and enrolling in colleges and universities. 38% of those enrolled are over 25 years of age. 25% are over 30 years of age, and a full third of those students who are enrolled part-time are actually working full-time to support their education. So there's a huge shift in what the student base looks like, and this is on a global basis. Students need more flexibility than ever. They need to be able to engage with their educational institutions more conveniently when they want to. They need to be able to consume their coursework with more flexibility when they want to and how they want to. And so institutions really need to grow and shift their models and to evolve to be able to meet these changing demands. One of the ways that we're helping them do that is through our Ellucian Brainstorm solution. It's a competency-based education platform that's running on AWS, and it was purpose-built to provide the flexibility to allow students to engage with their institutions and their coursework really at their own pace, and it gives the working adults the ability to pursue their educations at their own convenience. And I think in many cases, it's actually giving them a path to a better life. One of our clients, the University of Incarnate Word in Texas, is using our Brainstorm application to offer a basic cardiac rhythm interpretation course with our Brainstorm solution, and those that are coming through that course of study and getting certified are able to go get jobs in the market that are paying north of $45,000 a year. So for these students, it's a path to a better life for them. Budget cuts, budget challenges are more critical than ever. They're having a bigger impact than ever across the higher ed landscape. So after adjusting for inflation, the funding for public 2- and 4-year institutions in the U.S. is more than $10 billion below what it was just before the recession. And at the same time, there's been a large number of tuition freezes at major universities across the U.S. So the budget pressures are more real than ever. One of the things we're doing to help institutions fight this budget pressure is providing them with real-time data to make better decisions and have better insights to actually increase their operational efficiencies so that they can stretch their budgets as far as possible. We've purpose-built an analytics platform just for higher education. It's running in the cloud, and it's running on AWS. So this classroom could be any institution anywhere in the world. It's got students, it's got computers, but the computers are showing anything but the coursework. The students are looking at YouTube, they're looking at Facebook, maybe they're doing their holiday shopping on Amazon.com, whatever it might be. But I think it reflects the fact that students really want to engage differently, and largely that means they want to engage through their mobile devices. We know that students are carrying an average of 3.1 mobile devices every day on campus, and it's really changed the way that they want to engage, and they have a really, really high standard for what they want their user experience to be as they're engaging with their institutions. It's become the de facto interface for the students at over 1,000 of our clients globally. It's how they're registering for classes. They're doing that the same way they buy music, and they're also tracking their academic progress the same way they keep tabs on their friends and family with Facebook. As I close, I wanted to just show a couple of quotes. This one is from a client. I think it shows the way that cloud is really changing the way higher education, the business of higher education is run. I think it also reflects the change in mindset in IT leadership in higher education across the globe. Last one, I also wanted to show a student quote. This is an actual student tweet from a student who was using our DegreeWorks application to plan and track their academic progress. Just looked on DegreeWorks and saw that I'm classified as a sophomore now. Thank God, first man in my family to make it this far. This is what we're doing every day with the application set, and we're grateful to our partners at AWS for helping us drive student success. So thanks very much for having us.